Welcome to my channel Digital Challenge Academy with Rimanshu.
You know, every single time you click your mouse, type on your keyboard, or save a file, there's this invisible force in the background making it all happen. Today, we're going to pull back that curtain and meet the secret boss running your entire machine. So let's dive right in. I mean, really think about that for a second. You tell your computer, hey, open this program, and it just does it. How? Who's the one translating your clicks into actual actions? And who's making sure all those different apps run smoothly without just crashing into each other? Well, that's exactly what we're here to talk about. So, the one in charge? It has a name, the operating system, or just the OS. And honestly, the best way to think about it is as the ultimate manager. It's the go-between, standing right between you and all that complicated hardware. You know, the processor, the memory, the hard drives. It makes sure your instructions are understood and carried out perfectly. It's the thing that turns a metal box full of circuits into a tool you can actually use. And believe me, this manager has a very busy job. It's constantly juggling which applications get to use the computer's memory. It's keeping all your files organized so you can actually find them later. It's managing all the different processes running at the exact same time. And it handles any device you plug in, from your mouse to your printer. Seriously, without this manager, your computer would be nothing more than a very, very expensive paperweight.
Okay, so not all of these managers operate the same way. In the world of operating systems, there are two totally different philosophies about how they should be built and shared. And this, right here, is where things start to get really interesting.
So on one hand, you've got the proprietary approach. Think of this like a secret family recipe. One single company owns the software, and they keep the source code. That's the actual programming that makes it work under lock and key. It's a total secret, and they control everything about it. And of course, the most famous example of this is Microsoft Windows. And then you have the complete opposite, open source. This is more like a community cookbook. The recipe isn't secret at all. It's available for everyone to see, to use, to improve on, and to share. The source code is right out there in the open. It's almost always free, and a whole global community of developers can chip in and make it better. The champion of this philosophy? That would be Linux. So now that we get the two big philosophies, we can put their most famous creations head-to-head. Windows versus Linux. And look, this isn't just about different logos or brands. It's about how those core ideas lead to completely different experiences for you, the user.
Just look at how everything on this table flows, right from that very first row. Because Windows is proprietary, well, you have to pay for it. And because its code is secret and it's used by so many people, it's a huge target for viruses. But then you look at Linux, it's open source, so it's free. And because this massive global community is constantly looking at the code, it's this idea called the many eyes principle. Security flaws get found and fixed incredibly fast. That's what makes it so secure.
All right, let's talk about that last point on the chart, the interface. Most of us are used to what's called a graphical user interface, or GUI. That's where you click on icons and menus. Both Windows and Linux have that, but Linux offers something else, something incredibly powerful, direct control through the command line interface, the CLI. Yeah, it's that classic black screen with text, and it might look a little intimidating at first, but trust me, it's the key to unlocking some serious power. Learning just a few commands is like learning a secret language that your computer understands directly. It doesn't matter if you're a student, a pro, or you're just a little curious. These 5 commands are your essential first steps. Think of them as your first power-ups for taking real control.
First up, LS. It's super simple, and it just stands for list. You type LS, hit enter, and boom! The computer instantly shows you every single file and folder in your current location. It's like flipping on a light switch and seeing everything in the room all at once.
Next, we've got CD, which stands for Change Directory. This is how you move around inside your computer. If LS shows you all the doors in the room, CD is the command that lets you walk right through one of those doors and into the next room. It's your #1 tool for just getting around. Want to get organized? That's where mkdir comes in. It means make directory. This command lets you instantly create new folders to store your files, right from the command line. So now you're not just moving through a pre-built house, you're the architect, building new rooms wherever you need them. Now, if you're hopping between all these different directories and you kind of lose your bearings, there's a command for that. PWD, or Print Working Directory, is basically your own personal GPS. You type it, and it tells you your exact location in the file system, so you never really get lost.
And finally, a really simple but handy one, who am I? You just type that in, and the system confirms your username. It's just a quick and easy way to check exactly who you're logged in as.
Okay, so we've covered a lot here, from computer managers and secret recipes to 5 really powerful commands. So now let's connect all those dots and see why these differences between operating systems really truly matter for you.
When you get right down to it, the open source philosophy behind Linux gives you some really clear advantages. It's highly secure because so many people are inspecting the code. It is completely free to use, no licensing fees, which is a huge deal. It gives you full, direct control through that command line we just talked about. And all of this means you get an incredibly customizable system that you can tweak to fit your exact needs. In the end, understanding your OS is about so much more than just tech specs. It's about the entire philosophy behind the tools you use every single day. So I want you to ask yourself this. Is your operating system a flexible toolbox that works for you, or is it more like a locked box that you're forced to work around? The answer might just change how you see your computer forever.